legislation. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. When I testify, yeah, you know, I give them a lot of information and I talk about my members. When I bring a member in and have them testify, it is so much better. And legislators, and I love this, it's like I'm invisible. It's like I don't exist. Especially when I have someone testifying who's a constituent of someone on that committee. And I try very hard to get someone who is a constituent. Because now they got the legislator on the dais, they're talking about their issue, and they know that they live in their district and they vote. And that's important. Can one person make a difference? Oh yeah, you bet they can. Legislators need to hear from you, your constituents, you. Lobbyists can make, this is what I was just saying, lobbyists can make arguments all day long, but hearing from the district is important. If they don't hear from you loudly and often, and both of those are very important, they will assume nothing is wrong. Silence is acceptance, okay? It is one of those things where if they don't hear from you, they're going to think they're all just fine. And I'll give you a really good example. The Texas Medical Association does a really good job of this. They have Dr. Tuesdays, and every Tuesday, or the first Tuesday of every month, they come to the Capitol, physicians from around the state, and visit with their legislators on those issues that are important. So they are there constantly. You'll see them walking around with their white coats on. That makes a great impression. It means that those issues are important to them. If you're willing to come to the Capitol and talk to legislators about it, it must be important. So keep that in mind. What's a constituent? Because sometimes people are confused about this. A constituent is someone who lives in the legislator's district. You might have a business in a different legislator's district, but it doesn't make you a constituent of that district. It doesn't hurt to go to that legislator and say, I have a business in your district. That's fine. But we're talking about people who actually vote, who live in that district. If you have a personal relationship with the legislator, you are awesome. You are what's known as a grass tops advocate. We love you. You are the person who makes it easier to get in a meeting with the legislator, to get in to see them. They'll take your phone calls. There are a lot of folks who call legislators on their cell phone while they're on the floor, while they're making votes. So if you have any friends like that, good for you. And if you don't, start making those relationships. It's about relationships. Why are constituents important? They have information, and you'll keep hearing me say this, they have information about the legislator's district they might not be aware of. They don't even know. And it saves them from a bad vote, phone calls from back home, and a re-election race. So think about this. Because this happens all the time. Legislators will make a vote, and people will start calling. They'll be like, what are you doing voting for that? Well, I'm here from you. I hear that all the time. They have to hear from you. Very, very important, and often. Once isn't just enough. So let's talk about grassroots advocacy a little bit. Grassroots advocacy works when real people deliver the same message in multiple legislative offices. Each office visit should have a constituent from the district, if at all possible. This is very important, the next bullet point, which is why I saw capitalized and underlined. The key is keep the overall message and the ask exactly the same. If you have different people asking for different things, it dilutes your message, and legislators will think that you are not on the same page. How do I know this? Because it happened to me. I used to work for a pharmacy, and we